Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to your news edition. These are the headlines. The President of the Republic, Abdelmajid Tebboune, issues instructions regarding the draft traffic law and orders the immediate import of machinery for harvesting corn and oilseed crops, as well as the close monitoring of the connection of strategic investment projects to the electrical network. Received by the President of the Republic, the world and Olympic champion Kylian Amour expresses her recognition for the support of Algeria and her pride of representing the national colors. On the occasion of the 71st anniversary of the glorious National Liberation War, the President of the Republic receives congratulation messages from kings and presidents of friendly and brotherly countries. At the Army Circle of Beni Masous, the President of the Republic chairs a ceremony in honor of senior officers of the People's National Army. Welcome back. The President of the Republic, Abdelmajid Tebboune, Supreme Commander of the Armed Forces and Minister of National Defense, chaired on Sunday a meeting of the Council of Ministers. It was about the review of a bill setting out the general rules related to the trust services for the electronic transactions and identifications, in addition to presentations such as connecting major and strategic agricultural projects to the electrical network, as well as new measures included in the draft traffic law. Regarding the presentation of the new measures included in the draft traffic law, the President praised the content of the current draft law, which includes intensive measures capable of reducing traffic accidents, as it takes into account the elements of the organized and regulated traffic chain, including driving schools, drivers, vehicles of all types, and monitoring devices. The new traffic law derives its effectiveness from over 50 new measures from a total of 193 articles. The President instructed the government to consider the following decisions: that the amendments to the traffic law facilitate the work of the judiciary and security agencies in initiating and taking appropriate legal action; the necessity of appointing sworn officers by the judiciary to monitor vehicles and investigate traffic accidents in order to combat all attempts at falsification and false reports in technical and procedural reports; the implementation of periodic and surprise medical examinations for drivers of all types of vehicles to verify their ability to drive, along with reducing distances between drivers on duty and as determined by the law; providing security monitoring agents with technological equipment for digital payment of fines, drug testing, and weight monitoring devices at security checkpoints. Regarding the proposal to connect major and strategic agricultural projects to the electrical network, following a presentation by the Minister of Energy and Renewable Energy, which included significant achievements such as connecting 100,432 investments to electricity, such as the Qatari project Baladna, the Algerian Civital project, and the Italian BF project, according to the agreed deadlines and in order to overcome difficulties. The President of the Republic issued the following directives: the close monitoring of the electricity interconnection project between the north and the south of the country due to its strategic role in improving the quality of services. The President ordered that the surplus electricity be directed towards export, whether to Europe or Africa. Regarding the agricultural orientation, the President instructed the Minister of Agriculture, Rural Development and Fisheries to coordinate with the Minister of Foreign Trade and Export Promotion to immediately import harvesting and planting equipment, with the possibility of importing less than 5-year-old machinery for harvesting corn and oilseed crops, including sunflowers. The President ordered the preparation of a new draft law on agricultural orientation to provide the final regulation for the sector according to a forward-looking vision in which specialists participate. After study, the Cabinet also approved the draft law specifying the general rules related to the trust services for electronic transactions and identifications, as well as a draft presidential decree on approving the agreement between Algeria and the World Intellectual Property Organization regarding the opening of an external office in Algeria. The President of the Republic, Abdelmajid Tebboune, received on Sunday the Olympic and world champion Kylian Mbappé, accompanied by her parents and the technical staff of the Gymnastics Federation. The audience was held with the presence of the Director of the Cabinet at the Presidency of the Republic, Boualem Boualem, the Minister of Sport, Walid Sadi, and the Advisor of the President of the Republic in charge of the General Direction of Communication, Canal, Sidi Said. We listen to the champion, Kylian Mbappé.
Être reçu par Monsieur le Président.
I am honored to be received by the President of the Republic on the occasion of the commemoration of the 1st of November, celebrating Algeria's independence. I feel quite fortunate being received so warmly with my loved ones. I thank you all very much for all of the support that I constantly feel from your end. I see it and I feel it, and I'm very proud to represent Algeria internationally, hoping that I will always convey the joy of life and the love I carry in my heart for our country.
Avec ma gym et moi.
The President of the Russian Federation, Vladimir Putin, sent his wishes to the President of the Republic, Abdelmajid Tebboune, on the occasion of the 71st anniversary of the glorious Liberation Revolution, highlighting that the Algerian-Russian relations are improving in a dynamic way. In his message, the Russian President said that he is convinced of the importance of continuing the work on the bilateral and international issues for the benefit of the two countries and for the enforcement of security and stability in Africa and in the Middle East. On the same occasion, the Russian President expressed his wishes for health and success, wishing prosperity to the Algerian people. Another message, this time from the Turkish President Recep Tayyip Erdogan, who sent his wishes to the President of the Republic, Abdelmajid Tebboune. The Turkish president held the level of the bilateral relations, affirming that they are of great importance to serve peace and prosperity in the region and also for the benefit of the two countries. The King of Oman, Haytham bin Tarak, sent a congratulation message to the President of the Republic, Abdelmajid Tebboune, on the occasion of the 71st anniversary of the National Liberation War, wishing Algeria prosperity and development. And the President of the Sahrawi Arab Democratic Republic, Brahim Ghali, sent a congratulation message to the President of the Republic, Abdelmajid Tebboune, on the occasion of the 71st anniversary of the National Liberation War. He expressed his wishes for health, wishing the country prosperity and development, highlighting Algeria's unwavering support to the Sahrawi cause and its legitimate fight for independence. The King of the People's Democratic Republic of the President of the People's Democratic Republic of Korea, Kim Jong-un, sent a congratulation message to the President of the Republic, Abdelmajid Tebboune, on the occasion of the 71st anniversary of the National Liberation War, expressing his hope for the development of the relations between the two countries to serve the interests of the two peoples. And the President of India, Draupadi Murmu, congratulated the President of the Republic, Abdelmajid Tebboune, on the occasion of the 71st anniversary of the National Liberation War, highlighting the historical fight of the two nations against colonialism and defending freedom, which strengthened the relations between the two countries. The Indian President reaffirmed his will to continue the cooperation that will serve the interests of the two countries. The President of Nicaragua, José Daniel Ortega Saavedra, and his co-president, Rosario Murillo Zambrana, sent a congratulation message to the President of the Republic, Abdelmajid Tebboune, on the occasion of the 71st anniversary of the National Liberation War, affirming their will to consolidate the bilateral relations and wishing Algeria prosperity and development. On this occasion, the President of the Republic, Abdelmajid Tebboune, also received the congratulations of the President of Palestine, Mahmoud Abbas, who expressed the deep and historical relation between the two countries. He also reaffirmed his recognition of Algeria's unwavering support to his country, wishing Algeria prosperity and development. And the King of Jordan, Abdullah Al-Thani ibn al-Hussein, sent a congratulation message to the President of the Republic, Abdelmajid Tebboune, on the occasion of the 71st anniversary of the National Liberation War, wishing Algeria prosperity and development. On the same occasion, the King of Bahrain, Hamad bin Isa Al Khalifa, sent a congratulation message to the President of the Republic, Abdelmajid Tebboune, on the occasion of the 71st anniversary of the National Liberation War, expressing his wish to develop the bilateral relations and wishing Algeria prosperity and development. And on Saturday evening, November 1st, on the occasion of the celebration of the 71st anniversary of the outbreak of our glorious revolution, the President of the Republic, Abdelmajid Tebboune, Supreme Commander of the Armed Forces and Minister of National Defense, presided over a ceremony in honor of senior officers of the People's National Army, both active and retired, in the presence of high-ranking state officials. The ceremony was held at the National Army Circle in Beni Messouz. Details with Daniel Bahri.
The ceremony, held within the framework of the long-standing traditions of the People's National Army, aimed at celebrating our glorious historical revolution and commemorating the souls of our brave martyrs. It was attended by the President of the Council of the Nation, President of the People's National Assembly, the Prime Minister, the President of the Constitutional Court, members of the government, the Army General Commander of the Land Forces, the Secretary General of the Ministry of National Defense, the Commander of the Republican Guard, the commanders of the various branches of the armed forces, the Director of the Cabinet at the Ministry of National Defense, the Acting Commander of the National Gendarmerie, the commanders of the military regions, the heads of departments and directorates, and heads of central services at the Ministry of National Defense, and the General Staff of the People's National Army, as well as senior state officials, national figures, and war veterans. The attendees began by listening to the national anthem performed by the Republican Guard Band. This was followed by two revolutionary anthems from our heritage.
طيارة الصفرة حزيمة عندي ما تغربش عندي راس الخيل اللي ما تغنيش لا ربي رحيم الشهداء رحيم الشهداء.
Following this, the audience watched a documentary entitled The November Revolution, an epic of glory and the path to the victory, produced by the Information and Communication Directorate of the General Staff of the People's National Army. The ceremony concluded with a spectacular fireworks display accompanied by selections from national musical pieces.
On the occasion of the 71st anniversary of the National Liberation War and the 5th anniversary of the Constitution adopted in November 2020, the President of the Constitutional Court, Leila Aslawi, chaired on Sunday at the headquarters of the institution a commemoration ceremony in tribute to the sacrifice of the Algerian people and the bravery of the martyrs and mujahideen. The event was held with the presence of members of the Constitutional Court, historians and cadets of the Higher School of National Gendarmerie, the Higher Military School of Communication and Information, Law and National Administration students. As part of the efforts aimed at reinforcing the cooperation and exploring new ways to expand international partnerships, the Minister of Energy and Renewable Energy, Murad Ajal, received on Sunday a delegation of executives of the World Bank Administration Council. The meeting was about the cooperation between the sector of energy and the World Bank, as well as the prospects of expanding the partnership, notably in the sector of clean energy and green hydrogen. The November 1st commemorations in France highlighted the unity of the Algerian diaspora and renewed calls for respect, remembrance and truth in the face of political tension and historical denial. Najah Tayar with the details.
Solemn pride and unity filled Nanterre as the Algerian community marked November 1st with remembrance and celebration. A minute of silence and the recitation of Al-Fatiha honored the martyrs, while the Secretary of State's message saluted the heroes of independence and reaffirmed the diaspora's key role in the President's vision. In light of the special attention given by the President of the Republic, Abdelmajid Tebboune, to this important component of the Algerian society, we must be aware of the decisive and effective role played by members of our national community abroad. Through their diverse contributions, they have joined forces with their compatriots in Algeria to fully restore the national sovereignty. It was also a chance to discuss an issue caused by some French political parties recently. In recent days, we have seen how Algeria has been portrayed in the French media, often in a caricatured manner by the far right, the right wing, and even centrist outlets. It is here that we must come together. It is here that our strength lies. Just as we once fought for the Algerian people's right to self-determination and independence, another struggle continues 71 years later, this time for respect. Respect that we are entitled to expect for Franco-Algerian citizens, also for the great sovereign and independent nation of Algeria. At the Consulate General of Algeria in Paris, concern dominated discussions as the French officials reacted to the National Rally's resolution seeking to revoke the 1968 bilateral agreements. The move carried a clear troubling political message. It's worth remembering that this party was founded in the aftermath of the Algerian War. It was built on that war with hatred at its core. The risk of such a party gaining power in the National Assembly would be a true humiliation for the French Republic, unless France now identifies with colonial France or Vichy France, which I sincerely hope it does not. It is serious concern. It's precisely when one knows this history that one doesn't vote for such a text. What was voted on Thursday reflects a complete lack of understanding. Those who supported this resolution think the 1968 agreements appeared out of nowhere, or that Algerians were given privileges without reason. But these agreements stemmed from the Evian Accords themselves, the result of 132 years of colonization. Erasing those agreements will not erase history, even if that's their goal. The enduring spirit of November 1st shone through as hundreds gathered around the national flag. Artists, intellectuals, athletes and public figures united in pride and remembrance. The ceremony closed on the heartfelt liberation song, resonating with strength and emotion.
On the occasion of the commemoration of the glorious revolution of November 1st, Palestinians celebrated their own way by raising the Algerian flags in Gaza, a reminder of the strong ties between both nations and a reminder full of hope of what can be accomplished with strong will and determination. Wissam Abu Zaid and Aman al-Bobagara.
They might be trapped but will forever remain free in spirit. That is why 71 years after the Algerian Revolution, its effects are still branded on Palestinians' hearts. Each year we celebrate the strength and bravery of our martyrs, claiming what was rightfully theirs: freedom and justice. Algerians are genuine and brave people. They inspire us with their courage, devotion and strength. Their solidarity encourages us to continue our fight for freedom with the same determination. Just like Palestinians, our martyrs stood against the brutality of the colonizer. That is why the Algerian flag is flying high in the rubble today, a symbol of resistance, dignity, and true belief that one day the people will prevail. The Mecca of revolutions has never failed Palestine. Politically or diplomatically, it defended the Palestinian cause fearlessly in all international forums. Although distance might separate both countries, but not the hearts of the people, reunited by their shared core beliefs in resistance and solidarity. We are grateful for the constant support of the Algerian people. Their history, their sacrifices of over 1.5 million martyrs inspire us. We have a tremendous amount of respect for this nation that remains rooted in its values. The Algerian Revolution is not a simple chapter of the world's history, but rather a shared memory that transcends all borders in order to build a legacy, one that serves a great lesson of unspoken courage that none could ever discourage.
The president of the Sahrawi Arab Republic, the Democratic Republic, Ibrahim Ghali, said that there is an attempt at interpreting the recommendations of the Security Council to serve political interests, aiming at manipulating the Moroccan public opinion and distort truth on the Western Sahara issue. We'll listen.
ونقول للمواطنات والمواطنين المغاربة كافيهم 50 سنة من التضليل.
I would like to tell the Moroccan citizens that they have been suffering injustice for over 50 years. 50 years of lies and distortion of the truth. In 1975, the International Court of Justice decision was falsified and stripped of its true meaning. Even today, some seek to impose their own interpretation in order to manipulate the Moroccan people and influence them through lies and injustice.
الشعب المغربي على الزور والبهتان والكذب والظلم.
The Western Sahara issue persists as a defining test of global commitment to justice, decolonization, and the Sahrawi people's right to self-determination. Details with Najah Tayyar.
More than ever, the Western Sahara issue stands as the forefront of international concern. Despite repeated efforts to downplay it, the question continues to command global attention, embodying the enduring struggle of the people for self-determination, a right defended for over half a century under the United Nations resolutions and the principles of the decolonization.
The
Polisario Front remains the sole and the legitimate representative of the Sahrawi people. Across the world, the Sahrawis have taken to the streets to reaffirm their unwavering commitment to their inalienable right to self-determination and independence. Through these demonstrations, they have expressed their determination to defend their rights and sovereignty by all the legitimate means.
وبالدفاع عن حقوقه وسيادته بكل الوسائل المشروعة.
The mandate of the MINURSO has been extended for another year, a decision confirming that the United Nations still bears responsibility toward the Sahrawi people to ensure the completion of the decolonization process. For the Sahrawi people, the Security Council's move reaffirms that their struggle for independence remains a global concern, that the United Nations' role in advancing dialogue is far from over.
We reject being part of the Moroccans. We will never be Moroccans, and we will never be occupied by any other countries, because the Sahrawis deserve to be in their own land. The Sahrawis people are speaking, and we are saying that our only representative is the Polisario Front. Our only representative is the Polisario Front. Free Western Sahara from the occupation.
The renewal of the MINURSO's mandate once again highlights that the Western Sahara question remains unresolved. With one voice, the Sahrawi people reaffirmed the Polisario Front as their legitimate representative, urging the international community to uphold its duty and ensure their long-denied right to self-determination.
And with this, we come to the end of our edition. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for being with us. Have a good night.